Hello, everyone. This is your realtor, Jason Smith, here at Keller Williams Legacy Group in Richmond. I wanted to quickly get you up to date with our latest National Association of Realtors lawsuit settlement. I know many of you have heard about this. I've had several phone calls, text messages, etc. So here, as we are just getting more information pertaining to this lawsuit, I just wanted to give you a quick update. So first, again, as you see on the screen here, NAR settlement simplified. The NAR settlement has not yet been approved, which means that today, the way business has been done in our market is the way that it's continuing to be done. So right now, there has been no changes. We expect if a judge signs off on this settlement, it should happen no sooner than July of 2024, which is just around the corner. So again, let's be clear, NAR is still working through how these changes will be implemented and what best practices will be emerging. And we as a brokerage here at Keller Williams Legacy Group, as members of the Lexington Board Association of Realtors, are still working through this as well. So we currently expect this to happen, like I said, around mid-July. Many opportunists will jump to quick conclusions and provide their opinions disguised as knowledge, but please be aware that this can be both legally dangerous and professionally irresponsible. So as far as I'm concerned, real estate business, as it's been for me for the past 18 years, will continue on. But first, or before we go, let's introduce you to 4 big changes that we have or expect to see with this settlement. And the first one you will see here is you must now use a buyer representation agreement before showing a home. That includes these 3 things. You must disclose the amount of rate of compensation you'll get, which is the realtor. Your compensation amount must be written into the agreement as a percentage or dollar amount and cannot be open-ended. For example, the buyer agreement cannot say buyer broker compensation shall be whatever the amount the seller is offering to the buyer. You cannot receive compensation for brokerage services from any source for more than the amount or rate agreed upon in your buyer representation agreement. So to break that down in layman's terms, buyers, yes, you may end up having to pay some type of compensation to a brokerage, just as the sellers have always paid to a brokerage in order to enter into a professional buyer representation agreement with a real estate agent. Next, cooperative compensation can no longer be advertised on the MLS. That's where you'll see 3% being offered to the buyer's brokerage in the transaction. We know that sellers typically have paid 6% commission, and we usually go 3 to the selling brokerage, 3 to the listing brokerage. We'll no longer advertise that on the MLS for public availability. 3, sellers can still offer a concession to buyers in the MLS, and that concession can be used to pay the buyer's agent should the buyers choose. So again, concessions can be buyer closing costs, things of that nature, things that we've seen before. The concession offer from the seller to the buyer can be noted in public comments section of the MLS listing. And that's something that honestly we've already been doing for many years. And again, that concession can be used to pay the buyer's agent, just as it has been since I've been practicing real estate. Sellers can still pay a 6% commission. Again, everything's been negotiable for the past 100 years in real estate. Lastly, agents must disclose in listing agreements, buyer representation agreements, and pre-closing disclosures that broker commissions are not set by law and are fully negotiable. Guys, we've been negotiating commissions since I started in 2005. Everything in real estate is negotiable. I'm not going to go in many more details at this time. I will supply you with more information as we get closer to July. Should you or someone would like more information, please feel free to reach out. There is a lot more to learn. I'm still learning, just as every agent in this country is, on how we're going to adapt and handle these changes. But things are going to be okay. I promise you, real estate is still going to transact, and those who need to sell a home will get their home sold, and those want to buy one, they're still going to buy a home. So thank you so much. I hope this little tidbit of information has got you off to a good start, and feel at ease that everything's going to be all right.